Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. Well, of course, Long and McQuaid had to. They actually sell DSLR mics, which is awesome. And this is the Shure VP83 LensHopper. And they have two versions of this. This is the version that does not do recording built in. So it's just a condenser mic that runs on a battery, and you can change the decibel level for making it quieter, balanced at 0, or push her up an extra 20. Anyways, I don't need an onboard recorder when obviously I'm plugging this into the DSLR and recording direct to film that way. So anyhow, let me just zoom out on this thing so we can actually unbox it for you guys. Now I'm using my camcorder for this video because obviously we want to mount this on the DSLR and see what it looks like. And then we're going to cut from this, and we're going to actually use the DSLR with this, so you can actually hear the difference too, right? And I've got my DSLR set up for recording in 1080. This way we can just do it all in one video, right? Anyway, so we do have a manual with, ooh, we get a Shure sticker. Cool. I've been wanting another one of them for a while. So we have our warranty information from Shure. Some other little booklets. We have a user guide, which is rather thick actually. It can't be that hard to use a microphone. Maybe it is. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out, right? Anyways, let's get into the box and get to the nitty-gritty here. So I've looked at a few DSLR mics, even the Rode mics, and even on YouTube videos, and the Rodes seem to not be quite as good as this one. And for me, I want to be able to do, live music recording for you guys, etc. And I wanted some quality in there. And of course, I do trust Shure because I do have a Shure SM58 mic, and I really like it. So anyway, so this has got metal construction to it, which is really good. So we've got some good quality there, and it's looking like, well, I'm not going to play any guesswork here, yep, the spring is down below. So negative goes towards the back end of the mic, positive towards the front. And we just have to get that battery to seat in there. Like so. And this stays in the unit, which is nice, and clip it back in, that's it. And then we have power on and off, and of course our different levels. So I'm going to actually set this one just to 0 because I want to see what it's like on 0. We'll flick the switch during the video, of course, to see how the different ranges work. But this is a close-up of the mic. It actually looks a lot smaller on video, but it's definitely a lot bigger in person, trust me. It's got some size to her. But anyways, that is kind of cool. Now the cable is integrated, but it's also safetied in the bracket in here too, so you're not causing a lot of wear and tear in this area, which would be a bad thing. So we just have this to deal with. And we're going to just mount this right up like so. And like that. And we'll plug her in. And that's it. So now we've got our Shure mic. So you get an idea of proportional size now too. That's honking. I like that. That's really cool. So I'm going to cut the film here. I'm going to set this up on the tripod, get some extra lighting going in here for the camera. And we're going to see what this mic sounds like with vocal talking. And of course we're going to play some music through it as well, with me playing guitar with one of my own songs. Of course, you know the usual story. Keeps YouTube off my neck. Anyways, instant for you. Okay guys, so we have the Shure microphone set up and turned on, and hopefully we got audio coming through here. Cross fingers. Anyways, so this is like the 0 dB level or balance level. We also have a reduction level as well as a boost level, which we're going to go through as well. And then we'll put it back to 0 and just do some music. So I don't think we really need to crank it that loud for music in here. That's great for at a far distance to crank the dBs up. Or maybe you might need to reduce them if you're really super close, because I'm kind of close quarters in here. But anyways, let me just turn things up here first. So this is the highest level of input that we have, and so we should notice definitely a huge increase in the amount of volume talking at the exact same level. So let me now go and I'm going to switch it to the very bottom level. Okay, so this is the very bottom level or lowest amount of dB for gain into the camera. And so this is going to give us yet again another idea of level. You know, before I complete this video, of course, I am definitely going to take this footage and I'm going to put it on my computer. I'm going to play it back, of course, so I can hear what's going on, so I can tell you guys if I think this mic is actually any good or not. So now I'm going to go back to 0, and then I'm going to grab my guitar and we're going to do some music. Okay, so we're back at 0, so let me just get my guitar out here. So I'm going to be approximately 4.5 feet from the microphone. Alright, so let's boost that up 20 and see how much we can blast the speakers on your computer out. Okay, full gain. Alright, now let's cut it all the way back and see what happens. Alright, all the way to the bottom. Okay guys, so I've listened back to the audio tracks and I gotta tell you, I am severely impressed with this microphone. So if you are looking for a really good quality DSLR mic, this would be one that I would recommend for sure. Again, it's made by Shure, S-H-U-R-E, and it's the VP83. There is another version, like I said, that has an onboard recorder as well, so you can kind of like do stuff dual type of thing if you wanted to, or what have you. It's kind of a neat mic. It's a bit more money. This was $300 Canadian for this one, but it is definitely worth every penny of that $300. Now you guys, if you go back into my videos about this camera, I did some testing with what's called a Kamica, or I guess, I don't know how you pronounce it. This thing. Now I don't remember if I showed it to you or not though, but I do have a video on my channel on this mic. This is kind of like a mini shotgun style mic, so it's a little bit different. You know, but it's also got one of these, you know, furry windscreen things, right, for outdoors and higher winds. But this works good. But this is just a tiny little guy, but it does work really well. as a DSLR mic, but it still wasn't up to my quality grade standard, especially for doing live music for you guys. You know, especially if I'm going to test gear out, like amplifiers or whatever. I want better quality reproduction of the sound above what my Sony camcorder offers, which, you know, like I said before, I've had a few people complain about the quality of the sound, but, you know, it's the thing is, it's stereo mics, it's a camcorder, and it does give a fairly realistic representation of what's going on in this room with that gear and how that gear is set up. But of course, better quality mics give a better sound. And this one does a much better job, of course, than what my Sony camcorder can do. The unfortunate thing is you can't plug an external mic into that thing. Why, I don't know. But with my DSLR camera, of course, I can choose from tons of varieties of different microphones to accomplish anything I want to do. But I think that this Shure mic, you know, it's definitely there. It's definitely going to give a really, really good sound. And having that dB reduction and dB boost area really does help, especially if you're at a far distance. Like if I was going to do some recording, say, in the church, right? Like we used to have church plays before the pandemic hit for Christmas, right? And once life goes back to somewhat normal again someday, and we start doing that sort of thing again, I could use this thing and just flick the switch to +20 and pick up that audio like just amazingly, even from a very far distance from the stage. So that would be a really huge bonus. But also for doing the stuff I do for YouTube for you guys. I mean, this mic is definitely got the sound quality that I think I'm pretty much after without, you know, breaking the bank kind of deal, right? And $300 is not bad, you know, to be honest, you know, especially if you want something decent. Like this Kamika mic, they sell for about $70, $80, $90, depending where you get them, from whatever seller on Amazon. And they're great for iPhones, right? Because this is what it's made for. The new Kamika of the same version now comes with a cable for DSLR mic usage on a DSLR camera. And although it does work really exceptionally well, especially for the money, but it does work well, this thing here from Shure, definitely awesome. I love the sound reproduction. And I'm not even hearing any kind of hiss going on that I can tell. So that's also very, very good. So I'm quite happy with this mic for the camera. I think I picked really good on this one. Now, if you do need something with more external onboard recording features, they do have another VP series mic that does have the onboard recorder as well as going into the camera at the same time. You could get yourself that one if that's your requirement. But my requirements, I'm going straight to the DSLR on film, and it also reduces the amount of after editing, right, for sound. But you could actually, if you want to spend the time on the extra editing, you could have the one with the onboard recorder and then take that file, and then you can edit it and EQ it and everything else fully as a separate sound-only file, which has a benefit to it, right? Especially if you want to really super clean things up if you needed to. That mic would definitely be a really good idea for those who want to get into that nitty-gritty of the whole audio part. But otherwise, you know, I mean, you can do a certain amount of audio editing, even just going straight in and editing that file anyhow. So it's not that major of a deal. Just it's a little bit more time consuming, I guess, in some aspects, but quite happy with this. So where do we sit with this? I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5, and I think it deserves every little bit of it. You know, and nothing is perfect, as we know, right? Nothing is. I don't see anything wrong with the build quality of it. I don't see any problems with the audio reproduction. The one thing that I would say is I would have liked to see a cable that could fully disconnect from it. But they did think ahead on that one when they did strap it into the chassis for the mic, to prevent a lot of that external wear and tear that could possibly happen. And it does make a better connection when it's straight to the board as opposed to a cable plugged into each end, which over time those connectors and those mics could wear out, and actually they will, not could, but they will eventually wear out or they could seize up, you know, from lack of use and dust getting into the hole. And so, I mean, there's good points and bad points to all different types. It's kind of like which one do you want to go with, and how are you going to store it to avoid problems in the long haul, etc. Anyway, so that's what I got. Thanks so much for watching. Do stay tuned. I have another video or two coming to you guys yet today. We'll just keep flowing along as always. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, do so please. And you know, leave a like on the video if you liked it, and smash that bell for notifications so that you will be notified when I put new videos up. And that's it. See ya.